enjoy the show with your host, Joey Shimataro, and his crew of merry castaways. No piping plovers will be intentionally harmed in the production of this podcast.
There we go. That should
Do we have volume now?
Now, it'll
Yeah, we
take
will.
them 10 seconds. We'll
Yep,
have
yep.
it now, though, but
looks like we
Okay,
the button was not on.
I didn't check it.
Jesus, Jimmy.
My fault. I know.
It happens.
You had
it
one
happens.
job to do.
We're back.
We think the volume.
Do we have volume?
No, we definitely have volume.
Okay, well,
I guarantee.
everyone's
You
going
know-
to chime in now.
So basically what we were
Seriously.
saying was,
Yeah.
it's spring, no it isn't. It's cold, no it isn't. There's flowers, no there isn't.
That's,
That's what
that's
I'm
Yeah,
the summary.
that
of
was
what
it.
we-
That was
yeah.
good.
was it.
That was a tremendous recap.
Well,
I mean, that's what we got you
do.
here. That's what we got you here.
That's
Okay.
what I do.
We're good.
Audio engineer, Jimmy Dalpiez. Robin, all right, we'll go through our list here. Our fine folks that are joining us. Robin and Spanks, the swingers from the highest STD rate
And where's that?
community in the United States at the Villages.
Oh, wow.
By the way, we have a guy that
I
goes to
didn't know that.
Castaways. Castaways coming up a lot this morning. Willie just sold his house on Gloucester Ave. I believe he's on Gloucester Ave, and is moving to the Villages.
Oh,
And he gave his pitch about why he's moving there, and it sounded fantastic.
oh yeah.
Yes, I know that the Spanks are probably going to say, Jesus Christ, Joe, we've been saying this every single podcast for 4 years, but now you're going to listen to Willie, you're not going to listen to us. But he really made the pitch sound amazing. I think he's got a place for under $300,000.
Ooh.
So, I mean, there's
That's
so he-
bonus.
so he probably sold. I don't know what his. I've never been to his house, but I'm guessing Gloucester Ave. He probably sold his house anywhere between $500,000 and $700,000.
I know.
So-
Let's ask the expert.
Well,
Would you like me to look?
but he's he went down there. He fell in love with the place. Super excited. I mean, when you think about it, if you're an active person,
Oh, yeah.
this how many golf courses are there? There's some crazy.
Don't
If you're a
forget the
golfer,
golf. You just walk out and go for a walk. Like today, not going for windy. It's cold. It's no.
yeah, the cheapest place in Naples is like $500,000. But you
Right on
can.
time from the Spanx.
What did she say? What did they say?
I
What? I came on the
podcast.
podcast and
Yes.
made my pitch, remember?
No, that's all right.
Yeah, you just said that.
That's exactly what I
think
just
it's
said.
a little bit of a delay. Yeah. But
Oh yeah, no, I just said that. I said the Spanx
Yeah.
have been saying it for 4 years.
Yep.
But Willie, like in person, is just like talking about it at the coffee shop. It does sound amazing, and affordable. So Robert and Ed Spanx, for a 3-bedroom house with a garage in the Villages, what are we talking about? Let us know. And everything's you already know about that.
Hi, Ralph.
Everything's maintained and everything.
Florida.
We have Lynn, Phil Scannell. Good morning. All a bit breezy this morning. Tina Greel, I think, from Naples. Marianne Parisi McCarthy, Carol Lupian, Annie Rochon,
Hi, Annie.
and Chuck Shoebridge, Grace Messeri. Good morning. Gail Greer, Brenda Grimes Davis. I don't know if she's still in Aruba. Check in from there.
No, I think they're on a cruise now.
Wow, good for them. That's awesome. Pat McNally, Julie Shoebridge, Carol Perry, Ralph DeGiorgio, and
Hey, Ralphie.
Donna Addisoni from Somerville, Massachusetts. We were talking about Donna yesterday.
We were.
Yeah,
I haven't seen her in a little while.
Yeah, I
We
thought
love-
maybe
we-
she'd be getting out.
we love our Donna.
We do.
We love our Donna. Just shout out to Auburn University. Made it to the Sweet 16. We've been watching the games. Madeline has committed to Auburn. I think we've talked about this, but very excited about that. I don't know if people read. My dad has been gone for 8 years now, and I woke up in the morning and I wrote a little, just a little tribute to him. But speaking of our kids, I was thinking, what the best gift that I think my parents did for us was send us to Bishop Fenwick, and
Yeah, baby.
Connor. I'm so excited is going to be going to Bishop Fenwick.
Wrote the check in the mail.
Kate wrote the
official.
check. So I'm so excited to attend. Hopefully, within a year or two, he's playing the hockey games. To be able to go to his games is going to be a lot of fun.
You did a really nice job writing about that. That was very good.
Yeah.
You always write well, Joey, but you really topped yourself on that one.
It comes pretty easy to me. I just write from the heart. It's just, it's not hard.
When you do that, it makes it easier.
It's not hard. You're not trying to pretend to anybody that you're not. Bill Minton is with us, fellow cigar smoker. Brenda Grimes Davis is still in Aruba. And good morning to my mom.
Mama Pat.
Mama's
hi.
with us. Yeah. Who I've, if you read the tribute, what she did for my dad all those years. She actually went and worked at the nursing home, and so she could be next to him, even though he was, incapacitated for a long while too. Brenda Grimes Davis, Libby was a great boss. I get that all the time around town, people that work for him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah,
nice.
Brandy Fennessy, who worked for us, he's married. They own Charlie's Place, and he was saying it was great. It was great to work with you guys, and for our dads and my grandfather. So it's nice to have that legacy.
It is.
As not known as an asshole boss, known as a good boss. So we got that going for us.
You got that.
We have this is a podcast
I love
probably
this sticker.
donated. This is an awesome.
Pauline, right?
Pauline did a great job designing this, don't you think? Everybody looks away and it focused for us.
Go
That's
back a little
nice.
bit. You get the gloss.
Yeah, all the different things. Pauline Bresnahan. Share the podcast and type shared, and we will pick this at the end. Pat's back here, so she will be writing down your names as you share them. And Pauline's gift opens April 23rd. We got the notification on that. So yeah, there's so we have I wanted to mention the fish chowder update before we go any further either. We have the field has been rounded out. We're gonna Oak to Ember, Machaca.
That's my fault.
Okay.
Good. Thank you, honey.
Oak to Ember, Machaca, Causeway Restaurant, Castle Manor, Richie Barisi, former meatball champion, Minglewood Harborside, Lobster of Gloucester, Chez Moi, Chez Vous, who is the person that, if you don't know, he's a French chef that is at where the barbecue place is, 23 East Main. Seaport Grill and Saltwater Grill. Both
Awesome
both
lineup.
both spelt with e's on the end of grill,
Interesting.
which is always interesting to me because when I'm writing it, you have to check
You have to
because you
think.
don't want to.
Yeah, I do. I always have.
You don't want to have it wrong, right? So we are going to change it up this time. We are doing it so that the restaurants themselves are going to be serving.
I think
So
that's
you're
a
going to
great
know. It's
idea.
not going to be blind. Every other challenge I've ever done,
Is a
I've been
line.
psychotic about trying to keep it blind. This one, because it's fish chowder, and I'm nervous about like
Scooping up.
out and having an equal distribution of fish at the end.
Mhm.
So the restaurants will take ownership of that.
Perfect idea.
Less stress on us. And then, hey, listen, if they bring their entourage, they might have the
Yeah.
stack deck. But it's gonna be a great time. $10 at the door. I just packed. Kate, could you go get those cards for me? Thank you, honey.
Yeah.
I just
was gonna say, talk about
Huh?
what they get.
Oh, yeah.
they're not
Talk
little.
about what they get when they pay their $10.
Yeah. So first come. It's only 100 tickets. It's $10 a ticket. You get to sample the 10. The 10 different ones, and we're doing it different this year as well. I made these using. I'll take the whole thing, huh?
I'm gonna put out here. Take one out. I'll show it.
Now, when the folks, when you
So we have
you
exactly
think you want to
100
do this, you better get there early because those 100 tickets will go.
The 100 tickets. So we're doing it this way. You pay your $10. You're gonna get one of these cards. You're gonna try the 10 different chowders. They're gonna have numbers in front of them, and you're gonna cross out the number that you want to select. Just one, and we're gonna count them up at the end. So we can't lose this because we have exactly. I should have bought 130 because God forbid one gets.
Why don't you just photocopy some as backups?
Yeah.
probably
As
a good idea.
backups.
Just-
Maybe, yeah.
Not gonna
Well,
hand them out, but God
coming
forbid.
up to that day, we will do that. Yeah, but we won't sell the tickets ahead of time.
Right.
You have to come down. Doors will open.
To benefit
earlier.
the scholarship fund, correct?
Yep, to benefit the scholarship fund. Today is the vote at
That
the
is
club.
today.
Uh,
This morning. I
this
think.
morning, 10 to 12. You can, if you're a member of the St. Peter's Club, which is an unbelievable value. Today they'll have memberships available, and it's one of the best deals in town. Great deal, especially if you have a lot of parties. You can reserve the room and have a great party for next to nothing. Fred's mother, both sisters and a couple of cousins worked for Libby and Charlie for years. They all loved them both. Yeah, we hear that we get that all the time. It was a really eclectic group. There's all the old Italian ladies. Then there was younger women, the packed fish that worked, and they a lot of them, they made really good money. They paid really well, and like they paid their way through school. Maybe they were going to college, good summer jobs, packing whiting and stuff. And they had mug up. If you're a Gloucester person, you know what mug up is. In the mid morning, they'd have a break. My Uncle Charlie would make coffee. That's why I still drink to this day, 8:00 grind, because he had the big urn.
Oh.
We would go to A&P and grind the A&P coffee.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
still drink it to this day. It's just a nice breakfast
Well, I've
blend.
always heard the stories about your dad and the company and the fishing and stuff, but I didn't realize until I heard all these stories about him in golf. I didn't realize
yeah.
he was a big golfer and stuff. That's something.
Him and my Uncle Charlie, they golfed every Sunday.
Didn't they win something over there too?
They've won a bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
I
know
read
that
those
he
stories.
never won. He never won the club championship.
Oh, okay.
But they would win like member guests. So whatever. I think he had. I don't know. I'm not sure how many hole. My mother on there because she would say.
Your mom's here, yeah.
Did she say anything about him having any hole in ones? Linda Jerome Tupman packed fish there as a teenager. No, Brenda Grimes Davis did as a teenager.
I see Vinny. Hi, Vinny. Good morning.
Vinny Orlando. Good morning to Vinny. Good morning to you as well. So yeah, they golfed, and then we go to my grandma with the Wharf's house on Sunday mornings. The whole family, all the cousins, and they would bake, and they would have coffee and cookies, and sometimes my grandfather would have like pickled herring or pickled some little
Those were the days, yeah.
crackers and,
Yeah.
and smoked fish a lot of times. And it was always a treat when they came back from Naples, my grandmother, grandfather, because they'd bring a coconut for all the grandchildren and a new beach towel. We got a new beach towel every
Beach
year.
towel and coconut.
Every year. And
We had
then
four hole-in-ones.
4 hole-in-ones and won a member
member.
tournament. Yeah, there you go. Here and so they were also, and they'd bring coconut patties, which used to be a thing. Like when you in Florida, all the gift shops had coconut
yes,
patties.
Yes, they did.
You don't see it as much anymore, but back in the 70s and 80s, coconut patties was a big thing. We had great memories with our grandparents. The family was really, really close and stuff. Oh my God, DC is found the bagels.
Very curious. Today.
All about the bagels. DC's 4 years old. I'll be 5 years old.
5.
Now.
She's a COVID kitty.
COVID kitty.
Go get
DC.
to
So it's spring, and some of our favorite places are announcing their opening dates. You want to announce them, Pat?
Yeah, I read that the Lobster is opening. Let me find it.
April
here.
1st.
April 1st and
Lobster Land, April 10th.
Yeah.
Yep.
I put some graphics in here for those, but I don't see them.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is Pat looking at her.
I'm trying to think what I was sure I put in there. Oh well.
It happens. Yeah. So if anybody knows of any openings, send them in to us, and we will announce them on the next podcast.
Yeah, we think Burn is getting close.
We saw the Burn, which was the former Halibut Point. We saw them getting a produce delivery.
Right.
So I'm guessing
be
that's
close.
going to be close.
And the Thai place is going in.
And you saw the new Thai place over at the old Gangman.
The new Thai place is going under Gangman, where Gangman was under Drift. Castle. My mom wants to know when Castle Manor is.
Well, we have to.
That's a
Speaking
good
of Castle
question.
Manor, I have to congratulate James Gattuso on his nuptials on Friday.
Oh,
Oh,
congratulations!
yeah,
he and
Wow.
Lauren got
I knew they were
married.
coming up.
Good
That's
job.
awesome.
Yeah, got married Friday in South Carolina.
Yeah,
Oh,
big
wow.
wedding, beautiful wedding, and his wife
Is my photographer.
is your photographer. You've developed a nice, strong relationship with her.
I love them both.
Yeah,
really
they're
great
great.
couple.
You know what? James texts me all the time, and I love when he texts me. He always has great
Such a
information.
good guy.
He's a smart,
And Lauren, too.
smart guy. Went Babson guy. I'm a Bentley guy. He's a Babson guy. Margaret Orlando says I'll be on the bar at Lobsterland on Saturday lunches. Come visit Margaret. There you go.
Yeah.
And I know, Vinny, you're on. I can't remember exactly, but I think you were going to open for lunch. He usually
A
opens
week
at
ago.
3. So I think he's opening at 11:30. I think all the
I
time.
think it's at
or on the
11 on
weekends.
the weekends.
Chime
Lunch.
in.
Fish tail.
Let
If
us know,
anybody has any restaurant news, we pride ourselves on restaurant news. I'm excited.
So wait, this might be a good segue to my topic.
I
Yeah.
think it's a perfect segue.
Wow, she's really getting it, isn't she? You're really getting good at this,
I
honey.
mean,
That's what you do.
legend. And then so
Setup.
here's the story. I apologize because I cannot find who wrote the post, but I read it with one eye open when I first woke up this morning. And because in the morning I always check my Facebook memories. It's like the first thing I do. I have my routine. But it was the first post, so it caught my eye. And I won't name the restaurant, but this woman who posted shared her experience from a restaurant last night, not in Gloucester, not on Cape Ann. And she said she had ordered her meal, was waited an hour for her meal, checked and asked the waitress, "Can you check on my meal?" Moments later, the chef came barreling out of the kitchen, approached her at the table in front of all the other patrons, and I don't recall.
Did he berate her? Would berate be the right word?
I mean, I wasn't there. You know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah.
Based on the post, it sounded very embarrassing, And but she had said she waited for an hour. She saw other tables get their meals prior to hers being delivered. And the waitress seemed to have had a nasty response as well. And at some point they got their meal. Hers was rubbery and his was cold. And so the question is, what would you do if that happened? Would you wait for your meal? Would you wait for your meal and actually eat it? Would you be fearful of what that kitchen did to your meal? Or would you just say, you know what, I'm good, walk out, leave a tip, walk out, leave nothing because the waitress was also nasty? What would you do?
This is Joanne Woods.
Okay, all right,
She
so-
read the same.
You thought.
It was so bad, I thought
Yes, okay, I cannot find the
You've been
person. I
validated.
can't, like, I read it and I was like, oh, I'm going to come back to that. And
do not share.
Yeah,
names.
we
all right,
don't
so
write
I'm
the
so
names of
glad
these
somebody
places,
else.
yeah.
No, I don't like
No,
to share that.
I'm telling
She's telling the
readers
people because
Yes.
sometimes you have
staying
these
seen the post.
readers, like we had the
They're trying to be
Right.
the
helpful.
Spanx, like I posted the picture
Oh my
of
God,
the
Margaret.
burger. Yeah.
So, yeah, okay. I'm so glad somebody else read the post because I would have walked out. I would have walked out.
All right, so let's ask. What
out
is
of
it? What
pure
would you do? What would you do, Pat?
So Lynn said, or Phil says he would walk
Yeah.
out. Yeah, I believe I'd probably leave a tip for the waitress.
But the waitress
But
was
I wouldn't
also
pay them.
nasty too, because supposedly the patron said to the
That it would
chef,
be
"My
minimal."
waitress," and didn't use her first name, and so the waitress seemed to be nasty. But there's also bartenders, there's busters. So yeah, I would have dropped a
would've
10 and
left a
walked
minimal
out.
Tip,
Yeah.
and I would have left the food behind. Would not have paid for the food at all. I would have left.
Yeah.
How about you, Jimmy? You want time?
Oh, I think I would have made maybe a little bigger scene. Like I would have said,
Chunky
"Can you
chicken
put that
salad.
in?"
Chunky chicken
You
salad.
would have said, "This is not chunky chicken salad." It clearly says on the menu, "Chunky chicken salad."
I think
Okay, so Annie Rochelle, who the hell was it? On the side, send me the post because I cannot find it again. It's driving me
Yeah,
crazy.
so it was a $100 meal apparently. So yeah.
So what I would have done.
Yes,
I would
Annie,
have
yeah.
definitely. Okay, I would have definitely said something like, "Can I have a to-go?"
No, I
Container.
wouldn't eat it.
No,
If
no, no,
any
no,
of
I'm
you,
not
No, you have to let
Okay,
him.
I'm
you have
sorry,
to-
I'm sorry.
You got to let him say his thing.
So I put it in to go, got it there, wrap it all up, take it. Then I would walk up to somebody sitting over there saying, "You eat this. This is on me," and I
Ah.
would walk away.
yeah, I wouldn't even
No,
give
that's
the
Because
satisfaction
I
of
was
that.
going to make something, I don't know. Just
Oh my
a little
gosh, I
bit-
would love to have seen Ralph in that position. Can you imagine?
Ralph Ralph in Naples. He had a meal and the potatoes didn't come with the steak,
Oh, yeah.
and he went sideways. So I can only imagine what he would have done in this situation.
I mean, if anybody has seen the movie Waiting, it was what, like a
Yeah.
90s,
Early
90s movie?
early 90s.
I
yeah.
won't mention what happened, but it's a story, and if you've ever worked at a restaurant, it's so real.
It would
Like
stick
the
to- it
chefs
would
and the
stick with
servers
you.
and the hostess and the managers.
The puby.
What would you do?
He
Joe?
said it, not me.
What would I have done? Okay, first of all, I want to say this. I've read a lot of online reviews, and I think that some people do get hysterical and they don't accurately portray what happens. That being said,
Mm-hmm.
if this was and I think Dean Sala had the
Yes,
accurate
100%.
thing. If the details are accurate, I'm certainly walking. I am absolutely if there is no fucking restaurant that's going to talk to me that way. And I
But
mean, listen,
even-
if I'm an asshole, you know what I mean? Like,
Even if the chef walks out and approaches the table in, a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being like horrific and 1 being like, I'm sorry, or that's a 0. That's this way. It's embarrassing. You're going to sit there and eat your entire meal while everyone's looking at you going and whispering, maybe not about you, but about the situation. It's embarrassing.
I mean, if
And
you
it's uncalled
approached it the right way with the server, which we don't
Very
really
specific.
know. We really don't know how
Right.
like fucking
But a person
bitchy
who-
she was to the server. Can
But
you know those like a Karen, like is
I
in
know, but if
the
she
server
really
space.
did wait an hour,
But we don't
then-
see this is
We don't
This
know,
is
but
what-
I'm just saying.
No,
like,
I know. If
forget
it
the
was that
validity of
case.
the story.
right. If it was
what
this
would
case,
how would you react?
if
Yes.
if all the details that were presented were the case,
Yeah.
I'm definitely walking
I'm
out.
walking out. I don't want to eat the meal
I'm with you 100%.
because I saw Waiting.
I'm,
Any of you have not seen the movie, go watch it and you'll know what I'm
it's a
talking
great
about.
movie, by the way.
Yeah,
Great.
Tony Rodolozzi says.
Larry,
Yeah.
you said a joke?
Yeah,
You call him Tony?
Well, yeah.
Larry Rotolossi.
He knows why.
The movie is
He's
spot on.
listening. He'll know why, Tony.
I would have said, even if a patron is rude, that's when it puts it in a different kind of context, right?
it does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I just still
there's
don't
never
think,
any-
as a business, a chef should come out of the kitchen unless it's, to receive thanks.
I gotta be honest with you. I love it when a chef comes out and engages with me. I love it. A lot of the best restaurants in town do. Larry Rolosi comes out of the kitchen and says hi all the time. Hi, Sherry. Sherry O'Reilly's with us. I love it when Neil comes by and says hi.
Okay, look what Margaret Orlando said. Believe me, I will bet the details are accurate.
This owner is the chef that does it all the time.
The owner gives no what.
So several people, not just Margaret, have confirmed. We're not going to say the name of the place. No. So this place obviously has a reputation for this. He's the soup Nazi.
And it's been around. The soup Nazi. And it's been around for a very, very long time, has it not?
I think.
Yeah, and it's actually considered a very people that have eaten.
We don't have to talk more about it, but
I think.
But it's a what would you do question.
On the other end, if you're saying, listening to what you're saying, if the patron was really acting like an idiot, and the chef comes out and he's trying to do something and that kind of stuff, and they get up and they walk out and do a thing, I probably would start applauding.
Yes,
I would probably go
if the patron was a douchebag.
Right, I would do that and let the chef know. I'm behind you. So I would do that, and I would probably get other people, and before you know it, some other people might start doing it.
I mean, there's no reason for disrespect, because having worked at a restaurant, it's not easy. It's hard to be a waitress and juggle everything, and the kitchen is a very tense place to be in. But
so once you segue right into the next thing that's on the list about restaurants, it's toward the bottom where it says shout out.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of
on the other end
of the spectrum, Kate and I we've been going to Machaca quite a bit lately, but I feel like Machaca has taken over where Passports was in the space that it's affordable.
That seems fair,
right? And inventive dishes, like fresh ingredients, and
I could eat there every night. I could eat Mexican every night of the week.
And the staff there, if you gotta go top 3 hospitality, speed of getting your food, they're always so friendly with us. Every one of them. Luis is buzzing around, always has a nice review.
It's like that. Like if you're in a rush and you're like, I need to eat somewhere, we've got, maybe they're going to a show at the Cut or meeting for whatever it is. If you want quick food service, you go to Machaca.
And they're so friendly. I really it's been every time we go, we're reinforced on this should be our go-to. Like, we're in a jam, like Kate's coming from hockey, I'm coming from the shop, or whatever, and let's meet at Machaca.
They still have the late night bites?
I'm not sure. I should check in on that.
Somebody had posted in Gloucester Mothers group looking for soup. I wanted good takeout soup.
Caldo.
And I had commented that soup. I said, just stop thinking, just go and get it. And she responded a couple hours later, the next day, I don't recall, but said like it was amazing.
Yeah.
And it was just what they needed. And it's good for every day of the week. Like even remember we took the boat up, we tied up, you jumped off, got the soup, and like a cool night in the summer, after spending the day and getting that like chill.
Don't tell anybody about our secret spot.
I didn't say anything about the secret spot. I just said we tied up, and now it's a secret.
Super secret. Double secret.
Just get the soup.
Double secret. Get the soup, though.
I just want a little quick shout out since we're on the restaurant kick. Yesterday, there was the shop, the store, or what do you call that? The pop-up that was over at Minglewood. So there was crazy in the Christopher Columbus room there. That's what he calls it. Captain Courageous room. And then on the outside,
that's a good one, Jim.
Well, he does call it that.
He does.
On the outside area, he had that all for Cape Ann hockey, youth hockey. They had some sort of a little dinner or something.
We had our 8th grade, the hockey banquet there last year.
So that was on the outside. The place was just hopping with people.
Yeah, it was.
And
like 2:30 in the afternoon on Saturday, and the bar was full.
But the staff was absolutely great.
Jimmy,
would that be me?
Oh,
it just
sounds like it.
Jimmy didn't turn the ringer off. Yeah. So listen, we also have some restaurant news that's probably not public yet, but in our circle we know that's going on. Drew Hale has started the clean out of the space that is above Tono, and they're creating a basically like a function room for the hotel has been such a blessing to our community and Seaport Grill, right? For that, they have so many weddings that, and they certainly have a decent amount of space, but they don't have enough space for all of the rehearsal dinners and the what do you call that when you
Shower.
the morning after showers. So they
Like a
brunch, all these things. So they are clearing that space to because of the amount of business. What's going on? What do you allow you? Because hold on, I was making breakfast. All I heard was Kate say there's a secret spot being tied up.
No, Ralph, move on. Eat your breakfast.
Eat your breakfast, Ralph. So there's that restaurant news.
That is exciting.
Yeah,
it's very exciting.
It's very exciting. They're moving right along on the former Thai Choice building.
We're going to the Godfather dinner this week.
Oh yeah, the Godfather dinner. I wonder if that's sold out.
Wait, did we do that last year?
Yeah, we did 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah, it was a couple years ago they did it. It was so much fun. It's a little pricey, but I think it will be worth it. I know it will be worth it.
Well, you've done it before.
I've done it,
which is interesting that you're doing it again.
Because
you liked it that much.
It was so much fun. It was so interesting.
Are you going with
I'm a big fan of the Godfather movie.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
What?
She wasn't born. She wasn't born.
Yeah, but who cares? I wasn't born. I mean, I watched I Love Lucy. I know, I just from start to finish, I haven't seen it.
Oh wow, that's a classic. You really got to put in your.
It's interesting that you consider that such a classic as an Irish person, because I know us Italians like.
Well, we got nothing as Irish.
Honor
people.
that movie. What do
we have?
Well,
no, you got movies. You definitely have.
You got the Banshees of it.
Banshee was good.
No, the Banshees of it. Then you have the
Peaky
one.
Blinders.
Peaky Blinders is England.
I couldn't get into it.
It's England.
Oh, yeah.
A bit close.
Same thing. I know. I would. In this case, Jimmy, I would say same thing.
But I think it's the family storyline that drew me.
Yeah, no, it's a tremendous. The acting is phenomenal, everything.
Mm-hmm.
But Irish movies, you have The Departed.
Yeah.
You have all the South Boston movies, but they're not really Irish movies, right?
Yeah.
Departed is probably one of my top 10 movies. I love that movie.
Pretty good movie. Pretty good movie.
Was that a John Wayne movie? I've never seen it, but it's Ireland with Margaret.
Banshee.
Anyway, yeah. Anyhow, we're going this week, and The Godfather is one of my favorite. It's one of those movies I've seen a number of times, and I have always enjoyed it.
Which one did you? I like Godfather 2, but my favorite one.
No, I think the original is my favorite. Yeah, I mean, as they progressed, I like them less, but
yes, I would say yeah.
In fact, I don't even think I've seen
Sofia Coppola when she entered the fray.
Didn't do it. I'm a big fan of Al Pacino too, so there's that. But
yeah, that one with Sonny when he's gunned down at the toll booth when he beats up the brother-in-law for hitting his sister.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the second one, isn't it? Or
yeah.
Is that in the first one? I think
the second.
Yeah.
That's why the second one was my favorite.
Yeah.
So there's that. We have a Maritime Gloucester fundraising event on Friday, April 11th at the Gloucester House. Pat has a graphic she's going to put up for that.
We've got our tickets.
So what kind of fundraiser is that going to be, Pat? Do you know?
Why is there nothing in here that I put in here? I'm sorry, it's not here. What is this? I don't understand what's happening.
And this is
something?
frustration on Pat.
What might have happened was when I entered this morning, I had to create an entirely new.
I noticed that.
Thing.
I'm wondering if that has something.
So I wonder if it's in a different.
Anyway, I'm sorry, folks, but April 11th, there's a fundraiser that the Maritime is holding at the Gloucester House. That was another fun event. There's a $40 suggested donation for entry, and tickets are available.
It's right here. I got it right here.
Oh, okay. You found it. Good.
Yep, there you go. There's the information. $40 suggested ticket price.
Spoonerfest.
At the Gloucester House. Wow, that's nice that they're doing it.
Yeah, they did that it was fun there last year too.
Speaking of Gloucester House, is another place where the servers have been doing a phenomenal
Oh my
job.
God, they crushed it
Outstanding.
last weekend.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Kevin Hurd and his crew, Jessica DeSimone, Kevin's girlfriend, Anthony Saputo's daughter, all doing a great job.
Joey, it's like you never skipped a beat. They've been on vacation and
Didn't
closed.
feel like they skipped a beat
And
at
then
all.
when we went in, pretty much opening day or the day after,
Yeah.
you're talking to them like you were there yesterday, and they were asking how you're doing and all this stuff. It was great.
It was opening day because I asked for my wine and they didn't have it in there yet. But she went to the basement or wherever the heck they keep the stuff and found me a bottle of
Oh,
product
that's
back.
great.
And it was really awesome.
You know what they did? What McCarthy did to them last summer?
No.
I think it was 2 years ago.
Might have been 2 years ago
Yeah.
now. He's like, dude, you gotta have Fresca. Everybody loves Fresca. And
Oh.
Fresca.
Oh,
They got 3 cases of Fresca and they had it.
They still have
They
it,
still have the
probably.
Fresca. And he went back several times after
Actually,
and never ordered the drink with the Fresca.
I actually like Fresca with vodka because of the citrusy.
I
I
love
find Fresca like slimy.
no.
I think it's just that
It's
artificial
a little bit
sweetener.
saccharine, but
Yeah,
I'm a huge Fresca guy.
I like
No.
the Fresca.
I don't.
like-
I haven't been drinking soda, but
this all day.
all day. Yeah,
Love my seltzer.
she loves the seltzers.
The dog.
The dog beach
Yeah, I
thing.
had
Yep.
that up.
Thank you. So dogs on the beach for the dog people. When can dogs be on the beach? Dogs are allowed on Gloucester beaches based on the city ordinance. Here is when dogs can be on the beach. Good Harbor, dogs are allowed from October 1st to March 31st. So off-leash days, even numbered days. Winganshiek Beach, dogs are allowed from October 1st to April 30th. Off-leash days on odd number days. Plum Cove and Cressy Beach, unleashed dogs are allowed from October 1st to April 30th. And Crab Beach, where's Crab Beach?
It's on the boulevard.
Oh, okay.
You can walk down.
Dogs are allowed off-leash at all times. So Crab Beach should be your go-to beach
Mhm.
if you're a dog
Dog
person.
person.
Yeah,
The
at low,
tides.
at low tide.
At the low tide,
Yeah.
Shout out to Generous Gardeners, who I
Oh,
year in and year out, if I was going to award one civic medal, it would go to
So good.
Generous Gardeners.
Unsung heroes.
The entire group of them. Not just Susan Kelly does phenomenal. She's the leader. Antoinette Calabrese,
Yeah.
phenomenal. But there's a lot of workers that names aren't announced that they deserve a
we were
lot of
chatting
credit.
with one yesterday.
Yeah.
At the pop-up, and she was telling us some of the work. I believe she said they were doing it at the Gloucester House. Pretty sure that's what she said.
Yeah, it's probably along that Harbor Walk
Mhm.
thing. They're all over. It's not just the boulevard. They're
I can't-
all over.
To me, taking the tarp off the tulip bulbs along the boulevard is going to be my real sign
Of spring.
that it's officially spring.
There you go. I love it. I love it.
Last year they were named, like the chair people. I mean the master of ceremonies there at the parade for the Horribles.
Oh, good
They
for
were
them.
they were the leaders there, or whatever you call that, and that was a great honor. I mean, that was a
Well deserved.
Well-deserved.
Well deserved. No question about it. Kate,
Yes.
housing inventory. Let's give a little recap here.
Housing inventory is low. It's low. But it's a little bit of an increase, as you can see in this image here. Now the inventory is up about 14% year over year. But we still have 60% fewer homes on the market than we did in 2018, which is kind of like a before I was into real estate, but a kind of normal. And this post comes from Matt Blanchard with Leader Bank, who does such a phenomenal job in educating all of us at Angle Invokers on, the market, the rates,
Trends.
and everything in between. I mean, he's a genius. And he's got some great programs because there's such limited inventory. We're seeing again multiple offers, well over ask offers. So to be prepared when making an offer you really have to get ahead of it, get your pre-approval, and there's great programs out there that can put you in a position to be up against cash buyers, which we're seeing a lot of once again
wow.
because a lot of people are downsizing.
Yeah.
So they've sold their home or they're ready to sell their home and they've got that liquid cash to present.
Mhm.
So we can get you to that point. And like I said, Matt Blanchard has some great programs for that to make you competitive in this market. So Yeah.
A couple little things. You have some off-market properties.
Yeah. So sometimes, you find out about these off-market opportunities, which you have to kind of jump on because you're not in line, And speaking of being in line, there's 7 buyers for every house right now.
Wow.
So 7 buyers for every house because of the lack of inventory, which is crazy. So if you put your home, a lot of people will say, "Oh, I'm going to wait for the spring market." Well, this is technically spring, but given that there's such little inventory, if you wait till the hydrangeas bloom or the grass is perfectly green, you're going to have a lot more competition.
Yeah.
So to
Good
kind of
point.
get ahead of that and say, okay, there's 13 single family homes right now on the market in Gloucester, ranging from $375,000 tear down property to $4.5 million, property on the back shore.
Mm-hmm.
And then condos, there's 7 condos on the market, same thing, ranging from, the $300,000 range to the $2.6 million range. And things are going. Rockport, very, very low inventory with 3 single family homes and 3 condos.
Oh, wow.
So, if you're thinking about selling, I just hosted a great event last week, kind of get everyone in the thought process of, working with a team. It's not just about, the realtor putting up the sign and being sold. It's how to get your house ready to market and what are the important steps that you have to take in order to do that. And we have a great team from attorneys to those that can help you pack and move and just prepare your house.
People realize that there's a team involved in this.
100%.
That's an important point to make.
Yeah. And we talked a lot about first impressions. The first impression of your house is somebody sitting on their couch at home, flipping through Redfin, Realtor.com, Zillow, and it's the photos. So to get your house ready and to have professional photography, please, professional photography.
Your girl.
Videos, drone footage, the whole package. So it's important to get done.
Hey, I am so impressed. I'm so impressed that you had, you were not reading off a script right there. You had all those numbers. You were so in tune with the market.
You have to be.
Boom, 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 boom. All the facts.
Mm-hmm.
That is really impressive.
Gives people confidence.
Wow. That was really impressive.
Genius.
Top, babe. Listen, I see it every day. She's working her ass off for her customers, her clients. So there's that. Went for the first time. I've been to Modern Butcher during the week. I've never experienced the Saturday when they only have one sandwich only, 3-way roast beef.
I was surprised there wasn't a line when you did the video approaching Modern Butcher.
There was a line.
Oh, there was? Again, I saw my sister sent me a photo.
There's the line right there. So we were about 50 in line, and we were the second group. We were the last people in the second group to get in at Modern Butcher for our sandwiches. So after this line went all the way to the front, and behind us there was 2 more of these lines behind us.
Is it a limited supply thing?
Yes. Runs out, limited supply.
When the dough goes, Joe goes. The pizza in Beverly. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. When the dough goes, Joe goes.
I like that one. But I'll play the video for you.
Right,
it might be a little graphic. All right. Modern Butcher, what?
Everyone in here is doing reviews.
Of course, yeah. Everybody's doing a review. Modern Butcher. Just saw our buddy Justin. He says he's going to do his review. Here we go. Here's the ticket. 2 beefs, 2 sodas, 1 bag of chips, $40.92. We talked about this with the pulling the cork and Bad Brain guys, how I really don't understand why the beef has to be swimming in a moat. Why can't you just put the sauce on there not so I could get under it? But it is what it is. Looks epic. The line don't lie. There's 1 million people in line. We were in the second group to come in, but we did get seats. Going in. I don't really know all the rules of the North Shore beef guys. I know they fucking bunch of hardos that if you don't do it right, they're gonna fucking give you shit, but I'm just gonna give it straight.
I want to go to that new casino up in Nashua. My coworker when he said it was pretty good. Yeah, never mind.
Wow.
I lost it.
All right. Pretty epic. That bun has an unbelievable crisp. I went with Craig Kimberly. I think it was last year or the year before. We went to Bella's. I'm going to say this is obviously, who's going to debate that this is not an elite beef? This is an elite beef, obviously. But I'm going to say Bella's. I like Bella's a little bit better. I like Bella's a little bit better. But I mean, go 9.4 on this. I say Bella's with Harry 9.6. So
May
there
I
you
add
go.
a comment?
Yeah, please.
Don't show my face, but I do appreciate how, although it is swimming in a moat, the bottom bun is still crispy, and I think that's worth mentioning.
You got that. Madeline says even though the beef is swimming in a moat of Jimmy sauce, that the bottom bun is still crispy, and that's worth mentioning. Absolutely. There's no shame in being second to Bella's. But Bella's. All right, there you have it. Now, a lot of people grossed out, including my wife. Eating.
It's the licking of the fingers. I think it's disgusting.
It's
disgusting. That's why I can't deal with the people eating like ribs and
I know this
chicken wings.
I know this is your thing. So
my thing.
it's definitely, and I'm not disputing that. But if anyone is aware of the North Shore Beefs Facebook group, are you guys aware of it at all? You're aware of it, right? Like I thought that I was actually pretty timid when I was eating and trying not. These guys, it's like they get a extra bonus points on their reviews if they have it completely all over their face and don't wipe their face off. So I was just trying to fit in with the group.
All right.
You know what I mean? I was trying to do it as accurately and pay as much homage to the North Shore Beef's, accurate reviews as I could.
But how about Madeline, her father's daughter, in there giving her opinion of?
Madeline.
Awesome.
I love it. Yeah, she's very confident. She's doing good work, and I am so proud of her. All the kids doing good stuff. But yeah, so what I would so basically to sum up the whole modern beef experience.
Modern Butcher.
Modern Butcher. Thank you very much. Mm-hmm. Modern Butcher. Why am I saying modern beef? I don't know why. Modern Butcher. So to sum it up, if you haven't done it, I feel like you have to do it at least once. You have to experience that. Wait for the line. So they open the doors at 11. I would get there at 10:30. That way, you were within the first two groups. You're not waiting an hour. You got to get the three-way. You're not getting anything else. You're going to get the three-way. So, you could get it without sauce or without mayo, but why would you do that? Or without cheese?
I'm assuming they have other things on the menu.
No, not on that day.
Well, that's what I mean. Another day of the week, you'd have to go on the.
Yeah, but I'm talking about you have to
experience.
You have to experience a Saturday roast beef day at Modern Butcher at least once. It's worth it to wait in the line and do it one time. It's worth it then. Would I do it again? I would not wait in that line on a Saturday, unless I was happened to be at Lowe's or something on 114 and shot through just at the right time to walk in and walk out. I will say their subs that they have during the middle of the week are spectacular.
Yeah,
and worth going.
We went there.
I brought them a couple of times. Yeah. So there's that.
Your wife is having a great conversation with Paul Gamber. Hi, Doc. Good.
No, I'm sorry. I'm texting one of my clients now who reached out to me.
Oh, that's funny. So Gamber says,
but yes, I did that too.
F the moat of sauce. So Gamber's out on. Gamber is basically saying, from what I understand, you can put that on the thing, that he is out on the moat.
That's what it sounds like.
The moat, MOAT moat of sauce.
Please, you don't want to get soggy, and I mean, what Madeline said, I know was still crispy.
It's just messy to eat.
But you have to eat it
which
there.
Which is fine. You definitely have to eat it there. I was told if I got it to go and ate it to go, I would get big time demerit points as well. So, but
how's the sauce?
Well, the sauce is any of those sauces. It's James River barbecue sauce. All these roast beef places have the same.
I thought they each had their own. That's what I.
No.
So how come? What's the difference between one beef place and another if it's the same sauce?
Oh, it's it's night and
Like,
day.
and I can understand like the bun. Like I remember when I ate that, like Nick's roast beef, it had to be like crispy around the rim. You know, get a little bit of crunch.
Well, you have to have it has to be warm. It has to be pink. The bun has to be
That's your preference,
grilled.
or is that just in general?
Well,
That's
you know, a
that's-
generally
no.
accepted, what what people are generally grading on, and very thinly sliced beef, warm, pink, and some of them have flavor, and some of them are just gross messes that like were cooked and reheated, and so there's a couple that are elite beefs, right? There's places that serve these really elite beefs that take really care. It's like artisanal beef. And then there's some that are more of like that they're pumping out food, but there's some that are you would call a working man's beef. Like what we have in Gloucester is generally considered. We have a couple of places that serve really, really good beefs. Like King's is serving an excellent working man's beef. Like, and especially if they know you're a beef guy, they'll make it to the, they'll take a little extra love and do it. So there's that. Anyway, there's that. Beef cutlets. So I asked this to a bunch of people not from Gloucester,
Okay.
and they were all looking at me like I had three heads.
I never heard of a beef
I
cutlet
hadn't
before.
either.
Beef cutlet is a
Thank you for saying
Mudiga steak.
Before I met you,
Right, okay,
or like
yeah.
came to Gloucester or whatever.
I had never heard of it either.
No.
You never heard of a
We're
beef
Irish.
cutlet. Okay, so this is going to be very important for the viewers to chime in, and so I don't think that I'm a crazy person. Pick one: chicken cutlet or Mudiga steak. I want to know what your preference would be, because it's it. Jimmy, go ahead.
Mudiga steak.
Mudiga steak.
Chicken.
Mudiga chicken. Chicken
Oh, wow.
Chicken cutlet.
Oh, you mean
Pounded thin and breaded. And do you know what a chicken cutlet? Do you know what a?
Yes, she knows what it is.
Yeah.
Let her think for a
Well, you were
second.
looking at me like you were
Well,
like I was a
the
crazy
question is
person.
beef cutlet or chicken cutlet? I didn't know, but
Italian
steak
chicken-
was part of the decision process.
That's a beef cutlet,
A beef
basically.
Yeah,
cutlet.
no, I get that it's
Right.
an example of what you do with a beef cutlet. But if somebody presents me and says, "I'm going to pick chicken,"
Okay,
That's
but,
fine.
but
I mean,
like, is there a difference between Mudiga and cutlet?
Well,
Or is
they
it
use
just
the
a
same
bread?
breading. Though for Italians, like if you're
so
following
cutlet's not just a cut of meat. Cutlet is a prepared dish.
a chicken cutlet is a thinly pounded chicken breast, breaded egg, flour,
Oh.
and Italian seasoning breadcrumbs.
Okay.
So what's the difference between Mudiga chicken and chicken cutlet? Is there one? I think that's
No.
what's in question. Right. It's
No.
just who you are, where you're from, what you call it.
Oh.
Mudiga chicken or Mudiga steak.
It's Mudiga chicken, Mudiga steak. It's the same thing as saying chicken cutlet or beef
See, I'm
cutlet.
picturing the meat at the grocery market and picking out a packet of one or the other, and I would always.
I gotta get pictures.
But now that you're talking about a particular dish, I do like the Mudiga steak. But I like them both.
I think they're good.
Maybe it's just
Listen, I'm not
how
saying
you
I'm
prepare
not
it.
gonna judge you based on. I'm just
I
curious.
think you're judging me a little.
the
Well,
way
I
he
was
it
judging you
very
based on
belittling.
not knowing what I was talking about, not your decision, not your final decision.
I thought a chicken cutlet was just a physical cut of the chicken,
Let me find.
raw and prepared in a variety of ways.
I'm gonna find it for you.
No, I hear it now.
During Fiesta, I don't know. if
I don't
any
think you.
chicken
I don't
was-
think you do.
was
That's the thing.
Mudiga chicken. during
So this
Fiesta.
is
I didn't. Is there? There isn't even such a thing, is there?
so this is a crispy chicken cutlet right here, right?
Back it up. Oh, there you go. Got it.
So it's the same thing.
I understand, but I don't think the pack can even visualize it.
Oh yes,
But
she
he's not
can.
judging me.
Look,
Yeah,
look,
exactly.
you're not watching, Pat.
She doesn't need to watch
She
it.
does
It's
need to
chicken
watch.
breast, pounded down, and that sugar. I don't need sugar in that. Okay. I
Pat,
think
Kate, please just.
I'm out. Never doing this again.
Oh my goodness gracious!
I might
Kate.
never do
I
this again.
Just because you don't care about the certain topic, Kate. I mean, please.
Lucy, you got some explaining to do.
We're getting quite a few responses.
Well,
here.
that's what I was looking
Yeah,
for.
But why
Thank you.
we don't need the step by step?
I want people. It isn't about
And
that.
thank
It's
you,
showing
Paul and
exactly
Amber.
what we're talking about. Because I think when I said chicken cutlet and steak cutlet, people were confused. So I'm just trying to take out that confusion.
See how he talks to me, folks.
Well,
Look at
'cause you
Paul
keep
See,
on-
do you see this?
Paul's
See how
Amber saying
patient I
thank you.
have to be?
All right, let's see here.
So we get chicken from Lauren Waugh, steak from Tina Grill, Modiga steak from Mary Lou Ward. Brenda Grimes Davis says chicken. Thank you, Brenda. Carol Lupian says chicken.
Just going to be in the doghouse.
Joanne
See it
Wood.
here, right here, folks.
Yeah. I know, it's about a 50-50, it's looking like. to
It's
me.
about 50-50. I think if I posted that same poll and I put chicken cutlet and Modiga steak, I bet you the poll would go 75-25 Modiga
Yeah,
steak.
presenting it differently would.
See, because she didn't. I think a lot of people, and not just you, didn't understand what a beef cutlet was. Like
Well, that's why
beef cutlet and
we're
a
getting
chicken,
some of the
a beef
people-
cutlet and a Modiga steak is the same thing. So I should have. That's on me. Hand up, man of honor. Man of honor.
Okay.
I'll
Do I
take.
get the, I'm
take-
sorry for speaking to the way I did, Caitlin.
I no, because I was trying
Bill's
to
listening.
explain that, and you were trying to make me not explain it.
Take a moment.
There you go. I
Everybody
love
wants you to
my
take a moment.
listen. My wife is amazing. Everybody can have conversations. Never heard of Modiga chicken, only the beef. A Modiga
Yeah.
chicken is a chicken cutlet because we don't call them Modiga chickens, but it's we use the same breading on the cutlets that we use on Modiga steak
So why do we call it chicken cutlet
because it's just
instead of Modiga?
Yeah.
It's an Italian thing.
Can someone explain it to her? I don't. It's just because
Modiga
all-
Italian for steak or beef?
Modiga is the breading.
You
Okay,
got two
so-
Irish coming up on you, Joe.
No, that's fine. I want to explain it. I want people to understand. Yeah.
But don't you know if it's chicken cutlet, don't you know it's Modiga?
Most people, but I don't know because I think some people might think it's like a regular chicken breast that's not pounded flat thin.
But a chicken cutlet is pounded thin.
Okay, then there you go. Yeah.
That's why they call it a cutlet.
Well, Paul Gamber says, "Why put breading on a great piece of steak?"
'Cause
Generally,
it's not a great piece.
generally
of
the steak that we use is actually not a great.
Yeah,
No,
which
it's
is why-
top of the round, which is actually pretty tough, and but it ends up being delicious. It just is the way
you
it
gotta
is.
put breading and fry it.
Modiga
Make it
steak,
delicious.
unbelievable. One of my mother's, one of
Well, your
my,
mother does an excellent
my
job.
mother and my sister, but my mother, when we were kids, Modiga steak, not even in a sandwich, just Modiga steak, mashed potatoes and peas.
Oh,
Cut, and you make the little boat with the peas, and put with the mashed potatoes, and put the peas inside.
Mom's
course.
kitchen.
Cut the check. So there's that. I don't know what this is.
it's like, what's that wet nose behind?
Oh, was she?
Not me.
Was
Yeah.
she was
Not me.
coming up
We
on you?
did that one already.
Okay, we're gonna go here back to the design. Here we are. And I don't know what that is. I don't know what that
Here,
is.
let's do that again, Pat.
Mhm.
While he's
Oh yeah. So if you share the podcast and type shared, we're gonna give you another opportunity to share the podcast and enter. Want to hold it up to that? There you go. Thank you. Pauline Gift donated this sticker. You'll be able to
Can
pick
you
it up.
get one of
By the
those?
way, Pat is going to be at the shop today, right when we finish up here.
Which
till-
is where this will be.
Where-
for pickup.
You can pick it up at the shop. If you don't pick it up by next Sunday before the podcast starts, it goes back into the prize pack. Pat will be at the shop till 3:00 today.
That's the plan.
We will be going to vote at the St. Peter's Club for our annual meeting at the St. Peter's Club, and I think that wraps it up. If you have a house to sell, you're absolutely insane not to call this beautiful woman right here, who knows her stuff and is honest and responsive and knowledgeable, and she kicks ass in real estate
And I'm
and
nice,
everything
too.
else. And she's honest, and she's a kind person. She's not trying to be a hard-out real estate person.
Mm-hmm.
She's a
good coach.
and a good coach.
Volleyball season.
She's
Could be here
all the
before you know
things. Kate is all the things.
All of them.
All of them. There you go.
Check.
These are the new hats. If you want to buy a hat, let me know. We can do that. We got them in different colors.
We have
And
11.
we have 11
shares.
shares, and we're going to do we're going to count down. We'll do 30 seconds, and we're going to pick it. You have a chance to share the podcast since I've shared. There you go. Larry Rolosi explaining top of the round is not a really good cut of beef. It is not a good cut of beef.
It generated a discussion about beef.
Beef.
At least.
I know, because I
Where's the
think people
beef?
should know. I think
Paul
people
wants
should
a
know.
cooking. Your technique here is the steak pounded.
I don't cook. I've never cooked a Modiga steak. My mother or my sister make the Modiga steaks for me. And you know who else makes good?
Oh,
Mom's Kitchen.
Thanks, Diane.
There you go, Mrs.
Sold
Mrs.
her house.
Aruba.
Yep.
Mrs. Aruba chiming in.
Mom's
Mom's
Kitchen.
Kitchen, phenomenal Modiga steaks.
I feel like that's
We did the video on it.
Fiesta.
Yeah,
Mhm.
We
Gotta
did
get
the
that.
video with them
Yeah.
making it,
yeah,
and we put it up.
yeah, really good. And I think they used Vigilio rolls, which for a sub roll doesn't get better than a Vigilio's roll for a sub roll. There's that. Okay, we're gonna pick Pat McNally. You got him on the shared list.
Yep. So we're up
Okay.
to 12.
Up to 12 for the sticker. And
The sticker is really nice.
the sticker is really nice.
It's got a Cape Ann one too.
Oh, it just got
Oh, Julie Schubert's 13. Is it too late?
No, not too late. I'm putting the numbers in right now.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Maximum
One.
numbers. 13. 1 to 13. Okay,
Crazy.
done. Here it goes.
Oh, Mary Jane.
Oh, thank you, Mary Jane.
Thank you, Mary Jane.
Modiga means breadcrumbs.
Oh,
Chicken or
thank you.
beef?
This is what we needed to see.
When the fuck did I not say exactly what she's saying? When did I not say Modiga means breadcrumbs? When did I not say that, Pat? What part of the whole fucking discussion did I not say breadcrumbs is Modiga?
We're going back to the
change
tape.
your tone.
No, because it's
change
a.
your tone.
Okay, I'll
Go
change
back
my
to the
tones. Here we go. Go back
Thank
to the
you,
tape.
Mary Jane.
Yeah. Thank you for putting it in writing, Mary Jane. Modiga steak chicken is an American term. Okay, here we go. Boom. Thank you, Mary Jane. Number 11.
Number 11,
It's my lucky number.
Nympha Lankowitz.
Nympha Lankowitz. Go down to the shop, 44 Main Street, and Pat will be there today till Kitty Dukakis died. I can't
Yeah.
believe Kitty
She
Dukakis was
did. I
still
read that.
alive. Oh, George Foreman. Condolences
Yeah.
to George Foreman as well.
I loved him.
No, Mary Jane,
Thank
you have
you,
to
Mary
understand.
Jane.
I am thankful for you to do it. What I was reacting to was Pat saying, finally someone explained it after I've been saying that Modiga is the fucking breadcrumb. I appreciate you writing it out, believe me. Thank you so much. Tina Greel says you got to pound the meat. So there's that.
Oh, really?
Do you really? You really found it. We're going to go out with Andy Brobes. Everybody have a great day. We'll see you later. Stay
On the podcast, interviews and making all the people laugh. In the oldest seaport of our country's past, out here with the lobsters. Good morning,
muted confidence. Hold on.